Ventriloquist. The ventriloquist.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? A ventriloquist. What is that? Is someone that talks without moving his lips.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Are you a ventriloquist?
Yeah. I put your voice.
What?
Yes. I'm putting your voice right now.
That's not true.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Pardon. Sorry. One of the things that we should go to find, it's some kind of honesty. Because magic, when you learn magic, you take a trick and it doesn't talk about you at all. It talks about your skills, about how you can create a different world or a different possibility.
Yeah.
But it talks about the possibility, it's about from here to there, not from here to the inside. So I think the approach or the ways to find you there.
In this episode of Life of Magic, we are with Jaime Figueroa, a magician, ventriloquist, and a comic performer who blends humor, illusion, and theater. He is a winner of major awards and also the creator of many original shows, making him one of the most original artists in the world. Let's dive into the world of Jaime Figueroa.
I'm very happy to be here, Alejandro. Thank you very much for bringing me here to Life of Magic.
It's an honor. It's an honor.
For me.
Always, every origin is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
How you became so great?
Great. I think I begin with magic and this kind of things since I was a little kid. And I think it was because I needed to be loved. I think we all artists do things because we need to be loved somehow. So we manage to construct some fiction and people like that, and then we feel loved. So at the beginning, when we were kids, sometimes it's like something you lack of, something you don't have. But now, and we build this mask of brightness and beautiful things. But once in a while, this mask becomes part of you. So now it's everything. It's always been a happy thing, but now I understand.
Okay.
What do you think about this? Yes, I love it. Oh, I love you.
You study fine arts
Yes.
and communication, right?
Yes, cinema communication. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, audiovisual communication.
Yeah, I don't know in English. Comunicación audiovisual.
Yeah, that one. And how you turn this into a magic career? Or what happened there?
Well, it didn't happen what I wanted to do. What happened was I've been a magician since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And I've been with my deck of cards everywhere, 25 years of my life. And I wanted to do movies. Not as an actor, but as a writer, director. And that's what I wanted. When I was a teenager and I wanted to be an artist, I wanted to do movies. But I tried we did a lot of animation, drawing animation. And we did a little production company with some friends for 15 years ago, 12 years ago, I don't know. And we did it for 2 or 3 years. We learned a lot of things. We did some short films. We spent a lot of money that we didn't have. And after that, I was having a lot of work as a magician, but not a lot of work as a film director.
Okay.
So it was not a choice. It was my craft. I've been when you're doing something for 25 years, you know more than when you're doing that for 3-5 years, I don't know. So it was life. It was one of the first lessons I had to learn. And life sometimes gives you the path.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to go there and or maybe you love this person, you want to be with this person, but no, this person wants you. So, and this person wants, and you're focusing there, and maybe you say, oh, what's happening here?
Yeah.
And maybe you can find the beauty in what life gives you sometimes.
Yeah.
And that happened to me in magic, because magic is a good teacher for other things. I learned a lot of acting out of doing The Magician. I learned comedy out of dealing with the spectators, and yeah, I learned the craft. So that's my job, even if I like or not.
Now, I saw your show, El Ventriloquo. That is in English, the ventriloquist.
Yes.
I think. I don't know.
Yes, yeah, very
Yes?
well. Ventriloquist. The ventriloquist.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
A ventriloquist
What is that?
is someone that talks without moving his lips.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Are you a ventriloquist?
Yeah. I put your voice.
What?
Yes. I'm putting your voice right now.
That's not true.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Pardon. Sorry.
Life is short, you know. Life is short. Happiness. Why not?
Well, I saw your show,
Okay.
and it was amazing.
Thank you.
I feel it's a mixture between cinema, storytelling, a lot of humor, comedy, tragedy could be. I don't know. I feel I saw a movie, a magical movie, which I cannot put it in a box and label it. It has everything, or more than everything. I cannot define it. And I feel it's the result of everything that you have learned or studied. You did cinema, right? You
Yeah.
were
I watched a lot of movies more than studied cinema, but yeah. I understand.
but you also did some films, right? Some short films.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
You also studied ventriloquism before magic, I think.
No. When I was a little kid, I loved puppets,
Okay.
and I was going to be a puppeteer very, very soon in my life. And I was friends with the companies of puppet theater near the Retiro that I live. But magic appeared, and it was like I want to make love to magic.
Yeah.
That happens very early. But ventriloquism was I began to study seriously ventriloquism like 10 years ago, and doing just one act, then two acts, and doing a lot, and it took my identity, the ventriloquism. Now I do magic, but I like the identity of the ventriloquist.
Yeah.
I like that. And it was when I began to study ventriloquism, and I came back to puppets, because I've been building puppets my whole life, but it was like amateur. I don't know. I didn't use it in the professional world. But now the two things melted together, and I studied ventriloquism out of magic, because you don't find ventriloquism in the puppetry world. You find it in the magic world, because of this deceive thing that looks like it's the puppet talking. It's something you study out of magic, not in the puppeteers don't use this. So it was the perfect match, and it was like taking the kid, the Jaime, the little kid, and saying, "I love you. Let's do something together." Yeah, I like that very much.
And
I'll remember forever when I was but 3. Mama, who was clever, remarking to me, "Son, when you're grown up, you'll want everything nice. I've got your future shown up if you take this advice. Be a clown, be a clown. All the world loves the clown." Sorry.
You remember that? It was Cole Porter's "Be a Clown" song.
but you had any study on theater, clown, something like that?
I studied that out of movies, out of practice, but I don't have I didn't study theater. I went to little courses. I don't know, but no, I didn't. I didn't want to be an actor. Now I'm okay. I'm a comedy actor, I think, but it's not my choice. It was not. It's something that I learned out of because I did so many shows, and like I told you, it was my job, my craft. So one day I was like, oh, I'm an actor, but I didn't want to. I'm a bit stupid with that because I tried to push it out of me, the actor, because I don't like. I've been doing some theatrical plays as an actor, and it's okay, but I feel very in a box, being an actor and someone telling me, put put yourself here and there. Why? I'm not used to that, so no, I'm not a good actor, I think, because I can do it, but in the while I suffer, and it's not my favorite time. Sometimes when there's a beautiful project and you're with friends and there's some love, real love in what you do, I like to do that. But a lot of professional things, no, I don't find it. I prefer just to do a smaller thing, but doing my own stuff that I think I'm developing myself. I try to do some therapy also in my work. So I like that. But to be just this idea of being an actor, oh, now I play a doctor, I don't find this the sexy thing about that.
You like to play your own projects.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes.
In your show, I can see that it's very different from anything that I have seen because it's not a variety of skills that you have. It follows a line, it follows a story, and I feel that is very, very interesting. It surprised me actually, and how you develop this story because you're talking about not wanting to be an actor, but I feel this is a character that you built.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I built this character out of me, out of I don't know, in this kind of shows like stand-up comedy, magic, or even ventriloquism. You go out with your name, with your character of yourself. Like a version of yourself. Like Tamarit said, like when I do my show, it's Tamarit like in a party. That's very interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting way of saying it. Yeah, when you were talking about my show, I was thinking, what is, because you said I don't know exactly what kind of show you're doing or what kind of genre it's the show, but I was thinking what I did in the ventriloquism, I think, is what people when they do big circus shows. That they try to do cabaret, but with a line of story like Circo del Sol or this kind of thing. I think that's the genre.
Okay.
But sometimes in this kind of big shows, there are too many things that you find the story very little.
Yeah.
And you find, oh, I can see you working for me.
Yeah.
I can see the craft. I can see the thing that you shouldn't see.
Okay.
And I think in my show, what we did was that kind of genre, but I think we did it better because we didn't have too many things to put in, not a lot of people. We wanted, I think we did what the big circus shows want to do, but they cannot do it because they don't have the craft. They don't have the sensitive way of doing things. They lack of a lot of knowledge. They just do what they do, and they don't read. They are not cultural people. So when you see, well, Cirque du Soleil, Cirque del Sol, yes, but there's a lot of cabaret shows that want to be like this kind of thing, but it stays very little. I don't know how to say it.
Jaime, do you have any lesson that you can share from when you were developing this show?
Always better with friends. for me, this show was we did this show. Three people we were involved in the creation of the show. I had this idea of the acts or and the outline of the show, and I was developing. I knew that I wanted to use the stand-up comedy with the sketches of ventriloquism. So I think that's where I found my own genre, because it's more powerful, the ventriloquism, when you do some stand up just as yourself before. So it's not so theatrical, it's more real, and then something appears, so it's more appealing.
Yeah.
But the main thing, my advice would be, go with friends that do other things that you don't do better. And I work with Rafael Boeta, that it's a poet and a scriptwriter, dramaturgist, genius, and Gonzalo Garcia Abad, that it's a great musician. They do musicals together. They are like Rogers and Hart, this kind of couples, creators of music and musicals. And when I joined them, it was the best marriages that I had. I don't know. They're very close friends, very special people, but wow, a big level. It's not so easy to find people at this level of knowledge and commitment. And we are a bit in love, the three of us. And that's my advice. Join good people. And if they like you, you're blessed. I don't know.
Good.
Yes.
Why not? Enjoy. Fuck. Sometimes.
Jaime, what do you think is important in a show? In any show that you see, what do you think is always important to be in?
I think one of the things we need to go at, I don't know how to say it. One of the things that we should go to find, it's some kind of honesty. It's difficult when you're doing poetry to find that kind of truth. But because magic, when you learn magic, you take a trick and it doesn't talk about you at all. It talks about your skills, about how you can create a different world or a different possibility.
Yeah.
But it talks about the possibility, it's about from here to there, not from here to the inside. So I think the approach or the ways to find you there, and we need time for that. We cannot do it from the beginning. It's beautiful. Magic has one wonderful thing that doesn't make you small at the beginning. You can take some cards and learn a simple trick, and you're a magician. So it's very welcoming. So the beginning, it's easy. It's like the piano. The beginning, pam, 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 it's easy. Then if you want to play more complex things, you need a lot of time. But for example, the flute or some kind of instruments, you need to learn how to blow. And at the beginning, it's very hard. And when you get the blow in the piano, it's just ping. And here, and later, maybe it's easier. I don't know. Magic, it's like the piano. It's easy at the beginning, but wow, if you want to develop, you have to make a long travel. But I think in this kind of, because if you're doing comedy or stand-up comedy, you use your own things, your own shit to make it beautiful and to show to the people and to show honesty. It's like direct. I'm like that. I have this problem. So that's very powerful. But with magic, it's not talking about you.
Yeah.
At the beginning, especially. So it's like a mask, a beautiful mask, a useful mask to go out on stage, to be there, to meet another you.
Yeah.
But you need time to get to certain honesty, because people love that. I think people really love to see some truth
before I saw this show, I watched some videos in internet that you had from your acts, and there was this act that you had. I think it was on. You did it on FISM. That this was the magician's how to is playing the victim with magic,
Well, yeah, okay.
and that was very interesting for me. It was very refreshing. I know it's old, but you
Not
did it.
so old.
Well, I'm not so old,
Okay.
but you took magic, something that is that makes the magician like a god, like somebody that knows more than anybody or can do more than normal people, and you turn it into something more
Empathic.
yeah, more empathic. I think you take everything from this thing to your show. I mean, I can be empathic uh, despite that you do magic. I can connect with you.
Yeah.
How you what is your view on this?
Well, more than for me, there was more honest. I'm more honest now than I was with this act of this comedy, visual comedy act of the magician that has a lot of problems, and uh, that's a genre in magic. The comedy magic of the victim magician and this kind of perverse magic and everything. It's a genre itself. For me, it was a style exercise. I loved it because I love clowns and I love this kind of things that don't work, and this kind of clown I love, and it connects with it connects with me because I like comedy and I like to show this vulnerability, but it's not real. It's not so honest in a way that I am like that, so I will do. It's a genre in magic.
Yeah.
I saw when I was a little kid. I saw Topper Martin, a great magician from the north. He died years ago, but he was a comedy magician, and I found his book in Fundación Juan March years ago, and I learned a lot about this kind of character. The interesting thing is that for the clowns, a status character, it's interesting because it's more funny to watch a king to fall down than a peasant or a tramp.
Yeah.
It's more powerful because the status is up. So a magician that shows in his tails, black tails, and elegance, this kind of old magician from the late 19th century or the beginning of the 20th century. It's an status a character. It's a character of the bourgeoisie, of the
Rich people.
Rich people.
so so it works. It works because it's a high level, and when we look at this kind of look, have a, and then he has a problem. It's a bigger contrast.
Yeah.
But yes, I love to do that because I was fed up in that time of being the cool magician. I've been trying to be the cool magician all my adolescence. I don't know, and for in a moment I found that it was not me. I didn't find honesty there, and I found myself like lying, and I didn't like that. So I stopped doing like straight magic, and I began to do these crazy things or adolescent stuff or being the enfant terrible. I don't know. I like this kind of that in my life also. I like to be a little bit out of the way. When I find myself that I'm like everyone else, I feel discomfort. So I need to be. It's also a way of telling you that I'm special. Love me. Look at me. I'm special. It's another way, but it's the same. We all try to be loved. I don't want to. I don't want to tell no one that they're not doing the right thing. It's just a path for everyone. And I always found that I needed to show myself in a more honest way. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. I mean, what you had made. I mean, I saw the act of the Chinese rings that you have, and it's. I was. You killed me with that because it was so funny. It was full of magic. There is nothing missing, and it has a story. It has, I think, it's more rich than the serious magician doing this.
Yeah.
Which I feel these two rings. I don't feel meaning when somebody is very serious to that, but you give them meaning. You give the meaning to the character, and I feel you communicate with your way of doing things. You communicate more by doing these little stories. I feel
in magic, it's the comedy magic with the clown. It really, these acts of comedy magic are really clown acts. Shh, don't say it to anyone, but they're not. They use magic, but I think the genre it's a clown act.
Okay,
because it's and it's like a little place in the magic world. You know, these comedy acts. There are a lot. Voronin, Topper Martin, huge examples. Scardini, even. There's a long list of magicians that have worked this way. But in the reality, they are, it's the most dramatic thing you find in magic. If you, maybe mentalism, it's also dramatic. It has, or maybe spirit, how do you say this? Spirits, mentalism, this kind of
spiritism.
Spiritism, yes. Spiritism also brings, but spiritism plays with this thing of being true or not. So when something you show it like a truth, even if we know it's not art, because art it's a beautiful lie, and it doesn't hide himself from that. So, but the comedy magic, it's like the plays of magic, like dramatic plays. When you see an act that it's a manipulation act and a lot of cards appear or something, the point is not in the story. The point is in other things, in the impossibility or in the visual development, but comedy magic gives you the opportunity of telling stories. And it's like a little theater in the magic world. It's more theater than other kinds of magic, I think.
Jaime, do you think magic is restrictive?
I don't think magic is restrictive. I think it's a great opportunity, like I said, to begin on stage. And that's powerful, because if you want to be an actor or a comedian, you have to learn a lot, or even a musician, you need a lot of technique before you go on stage. But with magic, you can go on stage almost tomorrow. If I can show you a little trick, or just a box that has a button and appears and disappears, it's a great opportunity. Maybe you can see it like, oh, that's so simple, and a lot of people just don't give any attention to this. But the powerful thing about magic is that makes it's a great opportunity to be in the theater world. You can learn it without so much pain, and then if you're developing magic one day, and if you have some talent and you begin with comedy and tal, you can learn a lot, because it gives you a lot of opportunities to be on stage. And when some student of theater wants to go on stage, there's a lot of pressure because he's learning that, he's showing. And in magic, we have this great opportunity that is not something at the beginning that says to you, oh, you want to do this? This is very difficult. Maybe you cannot do it. Maybe you're bad. In magic, there's some kind of happiness at the beginning, and not very seriousness at the beginning. That gives you some freedom. I used that, and it gave me the best thing I had in my life. it. I have a craft, and I didn't know that I had it, but I had, and now I have it, and it's my greatest power. I don't know. I'm so happy that I learned it, and it gave me freedom.
We're talking about freedom.
Okay.
You use magic in to the service of your objective, your story, or whatever message you want to give, right? It's not backwards. It's not focused on magic.
Now I don't use magic as when people now ask me, "Oh, Jaime, are you going back to magic? We liked your magic." And I was thinking, "Oh my God, I think this is much more magical what I do now. I
Yeah.
think it's much more magical and unique than the victim magician. If you want to see victim magicians, my act was nice, was interesting, but there are a lot that are interesting too. And I studied that, like when you study one kind of song or one kind of painting, but now I think I'm giving something more special, and it's more magical now. It's more, I don't, it talks about me. Now I know how to talk about me. Now I have, but with magic, I don't know exactly how to use magic to talk about me yet. What happens with magicians when they see my show, they know about magic. And when they see ventriloquism comedy, they like that, but it's not their craft exactly. So they focus a lot on, oh, but you do this magic. They want to love me. So they want to give me the opportunity that, oh, you did this kind of magic. But I find that sometimes with magicians, they don't know exactly what to say about the other stuff. You know, they know if you take a newspaper and you tear it, and they say, "Oh, okay, he's doing something that I understand. Okay, now this is beginning." You know, there's like the expertise moment, but I don't know. I really don't find now, apart from the effect, the big effect that provokes on the people, magic. I don't find the willing of doing some kind of impossible thing apart from hello. No. Yes. No. It's not magic.
But it's magical.
It's poetic more than magical. I don't know. But yeah. You know what's happening now for me? I've been like years without my cards on my hand. And now I go to this open mic of magic with younger magicians, and they are developing things. And I'm with them like, oh, let's do magic again. And now I'm holding the cards again, and the 20-year-old Jaime is coming back, and his hands are coming back. And there are tricks that maybe 10 years ago I was not doing 10 years ago, and now I take the cards and the trick appears. I don't remember, but the muscles do.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful because I'm not doing this for being cool or showing, look at this your card. I'm just doing it. Now it's more honest for me. Even if I do magic like power magic and this kind of thing, I feel nice because now it's part of me. That now I made the journey out, and I go back to my village. So now it's not confronting. Now it's not. It's been confronting for me for a lot of years, and I don't want to be the magician. I'm not that. I'm Jaime.
Yeah.
But now I take the cards and I find myself there, and I don't care much now in my life when I do magic. I don't care much about being good or funny. I just care about being there a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's a bit of real mindfulness with the cards. So I was like a guy a bit angry with magic. I was not angry with magic. I was angry with me because I didn't feel honest. But magic is wonderful.
Yeah.
Magic, it's a beautiful village to go back. Maybe we want to talk about, oh, magic is not so good. People don't work too much, don't read. I don't care about that shit. Please don't read. Enjoy and kiss the people and do your stuff and compensate all your inner troubles out of this beautiful idea. And just be, yeah, why not? Let's play. And we are a bit broken. It's okay.
Quick break. If this episode resonates with you and you enjoy this type of conversations about magic, subscribe to the channel. We drop a new episode every 15th of every month, so hit the bell to catch it when it goes live. Let's continue. I came with a friend to your show, The
Uh-huh.
Ventriloquist,
Mhm.
and you did something like 2 or 3 times. I don't know how much, but you did something great, something amazing. You engage the people with that specific thing, and then you also, besides showing the audience how amazing everything is, now also you show the side that how absurd something amazing could be. For example,
Please.
there's this part where you're talking to yourself from the past,
Mhm.
okay? And then you are doing ventriloquism, you are engaging the people in the conversation, and then you say to the your past character, you should learn ventriloquism. So you can be like me now, and your past character answers, why am I going to learn that shit?
Yeah.
So and you do these things in
That I depreciate the
yeah,
work.
yeah,
You know?
you make something amazing, you get everybody into your world, and then you talk how absurd everything is.
Yeah, and I break it somehow.
Yeah.
But that's out of, I like that because it's
amazing.
part of, but I think that's part of mainstream ventriloquism, since ventriloquism is mainstream, you know? Ventriloquism has always two paths for the people to show in the craft the story and the knowledge about how the craft is made. It's like magic, like this Tamarit magic that, look, nothing here and appears something. It's like talking about the craft. It's metalinguistic. And ventriloquism can work with that, with the two things: the story between the characters and talking about how it's done.
What do you mean?
I mean that we can talk about ventriloquism.
Ventriloquism.
Very good. But what? But we can talk about how it's done.
And how it's done?
Are you a ventriloquist?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Okay. So can you talk without moving your mouth?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Hello, I'm very good ventriloquist. You see?
Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
Okay. But ventriloquism is a bit like that, and it's been, since ventriloquism is mainstream, you know, the 18th, 19th century music hall, everything there. It has been metalinguistic. It's part of the thing. It's part of the thing since the beginning. It's not my idea. What I mean, it's part of the genre. Like in stand-up comedy, they talk about themselves and they depreciate themselves to show to the people the things that we don't show in a public audience. And ventriloquism is like before that. And it's been always the puppet saying the bad things about the guy that we don't say. So it's it's very psychological since the beginning, and it's part of the craft. And you can do it in a movie. You cannot do that, or maybe in theater to go out of the story. You can do that, but it's always makes a distance, right? But here, no, it doesn't make the distance.
Yeah.
It's very specific. Yeah.
Well, among many friends, you are known for pushing boundaries between ventriloquism, magic. I mean, your
Really?
career. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
known like that. Yeah. And where are you working right now? I mean, I know that you are studying always ventriloquism, actually.
It's a good question. I don't really know. I'm searching. I'm falling in love with new things. And now I'm living, because what I found in general in art, or the way that I'm used to work, I need every 3-4 years to go back to the cave and to not be brilliant, not showing the good things that I learned, and be seductive, and now I need to go back and think and make the status go down, because I've been doing this for a lot of years now, and yeah, I find very interesting to go back and not being brilliant, to maybe do it badly, to learn new things, because I had this problem years ago that I was doing this kind of magic visual comedy of the clown, that everything goes wrong and everything. And I wanted to do stand-up comedy, and I couldn't do it. Like 10 years ago or something, I couldn't do it because I was afraid that I didn't succeed, because I had a way of doing comedy. And to learn another way, for me, it was very difficult. And I had to be very, very ill, physically ill, to go there and try it. Don't being afraid of doing it badly, poorly. And I found that amazing, because I really needed that. And I developed a lot of new things. And now I find that sometimes in life, I need to slow down and go back to the cave, write, think, live, fuck, I don't know. And then it begins a new thing, a more honest thing. Because when you have a status in any world, in the magic world, and you do this, and you have to do another thing, and you do this for a long time, and people like, oh, you're beautiful, oh, wonderful, it's very difficult to do a new thing. So you need to break this status thing. For me, it works for me. I need to go down and to be less known. I meet new people now. I'm with the puppetry world, that they don't know me too much, or the musical world, they don't know me too much. And I can be more Jaime than a character that is comedian and like this, that you say, oh, I like your show and everything. Sometimes it's too much. Even I'm not famous or something, but no, I live okay. I do what I want, but I really need that coming back to myself. And it's difficult when there's an example, a good example of this. For example, you know the acts of the 90s or the 2000 magic acts that have been working for 20 years, maybe 30 years, and they just do this 7-minute act, beautiful act, and they work in the world. Okay, these guys have money, they develop their act, but sometimes this act was the first idea of them. When let's do an act, boom, 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 and they do it, they put it in the market, oh, wonderful. And 10 years after that, they are used to develop this act and perfect it. That's for sure. But they are not used to the new thing. So when they are 10 years and the lack of work appears, then, oh, what I do now? Let's do a new act. And it's difficult because you are not being, you have status, a lot of status. And people say, oh, you're doing a new act. Oh, wonderful. Oh, let's see the act. It's not going to be as good as the other one. I can say to you, it's like that. But if you wait too much, it's going to be more difficult and more difficult and more difficult. So I found this way of going back, go to study. It happens in cinema a lot. When you see these directors that they have like 5 movies at the beginning of their career, beautiful movies. We can find a lot of examples. We don't want to, but it becomes dull. Sometimes the movies, the next movie, the 6th, the 7th movie, they become dull. They began to not having that hinge, that punch.
Yeah.
And it's because they're with their status. And they're afraid because status is not real. So they are afraid to lose this kind of thing. So they try to do the same thing again. You cannot do that. You have to go down and look there, maybe find something, wait. I think we need that to develop and to be more happy in the whole for an artist.
Yeah.
I mean,
I noticed that in your show, you never appear from black. You are there saying hi to each person, and the show starts. I can see you there, and the show finishes. I still can see you there, and then you invite everybody to take beers with you, and then you wait them on the exit to to say bye or something, and to be with them, to be grateful, and then you go. I mean, it's a whole day with you.
yeah.
So is
If
this
they want,
your personality, or is this something that you do it because how because I feel this is amazing. Anybody that goes to your show, it can really connect with you.
if they want, I give them the opportunity. People need, I don't know. There are 2 things you can do in art. You can do something to be admired, and you can be someone who likes to be understood. I don't know. And I think it works better the admiration, to have people that love you. It's easier and it's more. I think it's more satisfactory for the people. People like to admire a lot. That's what people love the most. But it's not so beautiful because it's like when you admire, it's you put yourself in another place. You put something on that person that is not true. But people like that. People like the big rock stars, and they like to admire, and to be emotional. But I prefer to the empathic of the clown. You connect with less people, but I think it's more true, and I like that. But this thing of bringing the people with me, I like to have a beer always after show. I always like
That's
that.
great.
And I'm showing with the show. I'm showing the people the best that I have, the best I developed. I studied that for a long time, hundreds of hours. So, but I like the people. I'm a strange guy. Also, I'm shy. Even if I don't look like shy, I am a lot, and that's because I developed all this way of knowing people or seducing, or I don't know. But I really like the people, and what I learned from in the beginning, when like 15 years ago, when I was doing my shows with El Laberinto Mágico, the Magic Labyrinth, that was there, Hector Mancha, Miguel Miguel, a lot of people that very good magicians that we shared and we learned together. They were doing a show and I was with them, and they used this kind of the idea of saying goodbye to everyone.
Yeah.
and I found that very important. And they took that idea from Tricicle. It's a comedy group in Catalonia, very famous, like 20 years ago, television, everything. And they were doing visual comedy, a threesome, extraordinary threesome of Catalan guys, and did that after each show, and we learned that, and it works very good. People like to see you in another way. And I was doing that for my whole life. I don't know, since I was doing shows, I always did that. It worked very well. But when I was doing comedy, I had this problem with the first jokes to be in the good way, because you have to engage people before. So I thought, let's do what the clowns do at the beginning of the circus. That maybe you have seen that in some shows, that there's a clown and plays the guy who puts you in your seat, or there's something happening before the show. I wanted to do that, but in a naturalistic way, just being there. And when I begin to do the show, now they know me. I'm not famous. So people come to see the show, and I need them to know me before. When I go to a new venue, a new space, it's a way to making it home for you, and people see that. If I'm in a big place, 1,000 people, they're coming, and I walk like it's my house, and let's go there, let's go. We find this. What's your name? And you go. People in a theater, they are, where is my seat? I go there, 5, 6, there. So it's like being in a home that it's not yours, and you have to be polite. And when I behave like it's my house, so it is my house now. So it works. It works. It's one of the best ideas I had for my career. This thing of being with the people before the show.
It changes your show or the
Everything.
reaction of the show.
Yeah, it's much better. It's much better. Now I can do whatever I want. I feel like that. I recommend everyone to do that, to meet the people before the show. It has to do with your personality, and maybe it's not a good idea if you want people to admire, because it's true that you take the work a little bit down, and people sometimes they are not so intelligent, and maybe they find it a little less important what you do, because people don't know exactly what's difficult and not. They're just taking things. I like this. Maybe I don't like, but for me it makes the difference. Maybe if I wanted to be famous and more, it's more interesting to keep you a little bit, to keep a certain distance with the people. Maybe that's for a rock star. Maybe it's a good idea to, like Melody, valiente, poderosa. She makes difference. It's like, I'm emotional, but don't come,
Yeah.
And she's doing that because she likes that, and maybe she will. Well, she's earning more money than I do, but I don't want to do that. I don't feel. I'm not interested in that. I want to. I'm strange enough. I need to meet people, not to make them fly away.
Of course.
Yeah.
Jaime, what challenges you had when you were creating the show of The Ventriloquist?
I had an opportunity with the ventriloquist, el ventrílocuo in Spanish. I had this opportunity to do my show in Circo Price, in the Price Circus, the permanent circus of Madrid.
Yeah.
That it's public theater. So I had this opportunity of 4 shows there. So that's the main thing, because it gave me the tone of the show, this place. Maybe if it was for another place, I would do another thing. Maybe if it was for the stand-up comedy world, it would have different things. And this kind of melancholic thing that we have in magic and circus, and that ventriloquist has this melancholic thing, was because of the client, for instance. But I'm very happy that it happened that way. And the challenge was to to take the genre of ventriloquism, to take it for me. It was like a reivindication of the genre of the ventriloquist, not trying to hide it, trying to make it. Because when you see ventriloquism, when you say ventriloquism or maybe magic, some kind of people would say, "Oh, that's an old thing. We don't like that. It's not sophisticated. It's and well, it's the despise we find in popular arts." And with ventriloquism, it's more powerful because in Spain we don't have much ventriloquists, and it's not been there for a while. So it was something good and bad. When people see the ventriloquist, some people would say, "What? A ventriloquist? I don't want to see that. Let's watch another thing," because they don't know. They don't know yet. And other people, it's like, "Oh, a ventriloquist. Let's see that." Or maybe in between friends, "Oh, you have to see this ventriloquist. It's not what you think." But you have to make that. It's like taking the genre. To take, I'm the ventriloquist. I would be the ventriloquist here. So I take the name and I make it mine. Even if there are other ventriloquists, there are not enough to reivindicate. So it was some violent way of taking the genre and make it mine.
That was brilliant.
It's not so easy because I'm not mainstream. So, and I won't be. now I'm beginning to, because so I'm happy with that. A little bit in the inside, I found some comfort there, and it fits me because I work in this, and some people like what I do, and it's always this kind of status thing that, "Oh, Jaime, maybe you should be in a better place. You're good," and it's like, maybe not. I'm good. Yes, I know I'm good. But maybe I shouldn't be in a better place. Because when I find my friends, comedians, etc., that they are in a better place, they lack of freedom. And they have to do exactly what they want. For the next show, I don't want to be a ventriloquist forever. I don't know. It's a search of identity, what I'm doing my whole life. And bringing new things to me, to the show, or maybe the life. It's the important thing. And I wouldn't be happy if I had this. I have my success, and it's okay, and I'm happy. I don't need more. But what I mean is, if I had this thing of being the ventriloquist of Spain or something like that, at 2 months with that, I would be fed up. It happens to me. So I'm not happy being when everyone loves me and everyone says in a place, "Oh, Jaime is wonderful," and I want to go. I don't like that. I feel very discomfort there. I like people to like me and to like people and to enjoy. Of course, I like that. But I'm not a person that likes so much. If there's no connection, there's nothing.
Yeah, you feel tight, I think.
It's very paralyzing. For me, it's very, very paralyzing that people say that you are amazing. There's a good friend, a good comedian friend, very, very young, Edu Jota, a great guy, comedy guy, stand-up comedy guy. And we are very good friends. And it's always like, "Oh, you are the master." And I say, "Edu, please stop. Because what can I do? If I'm the master, I'm great and everything. What can I do now? Can we be friends and just that? Can we talk about my parents that I have problems with? Or I don't know. I don't want to be this amazing guy. I'm not. I'm really not." So it's very limiting when they say, "Oh, you're wonderful." Okay, I'm really okay. Let's see if I'm wonderful. Let's see.
Well, I think is the part of being authentic, being wholesome
I don't know.
when you present to people, is that the thing that makes you connect. That I can feel Jaime that is there and is telling his life there. I feel somehow it's authentic. It's true. Doesn't matter if it's not. While you feel it, it has a it hits you. All the jokes are more funny.
Yeah, could be.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm searching for more authenticity. I like the ventriloquist, the show, but I'm looking for more truth. Now I found something with comedy. This last month, I found something that I didn't realize before. And for me, there are jokes that hide, and there are jokes that expand. And I can find now in my own jokes what kind of joke is that. And sometimes jokes, because I like comedy and everything, it's for me it's a way of seeing the world. But sometimes, yeah, comedy is hiding. We men know about that. Sometimes with some kind of things that we don't know exactly how to handle or to talk, or the emotion, we make a joke out of that. Oh, and then we go to another thing, and that's very. It's human. I don't know. It's very human, and it's very masculine to do that. I've done that my whole life. To joke about something, to just know it and keep it here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's some humor that spans. For example, you can go to a feminist group and bring in some Nazi stuff. That's for me that spans,
Yeah.
even if it's morally, I don't know. But I think that spans. But yeah, I found these two things, and now I want to be more aware of this. Yeah, for me, it's a journey of self-awareness. I cannot do these kind of things without therapy, and it's therapy for me. This for everyone, but I really understand it that way. I develop myself personally, and that appears in some act or not. And for me, it's not so different, the personal and the artistic life. For me, it's the same. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, but for me, it's like that, and that makes me happy. And to be more accurate in that, that's the thing I want to do my whole life, I think.
I have a friend that was here before. His name is Juan Herrera, and he told me, "Man, you need to ask Jaime what is the last thing that he have learned from ventriloquism and magic."
I learned now that I meet these young magicians that I'm meeting now, Shiro, the mentalist, Aceituno from Peru, Jacopo, the Italia, or Jerry, the Chinese magician. There are people from all over the world, and they're meeting here and learning a lot from them, from their desire, from their willing. And I'm trying to. I feel like they're my teachers now, because they do street magic. Not street magic like Dynamo, like in the street. Let's do a show, a 20-minute show. Let's find a way that people pay that. And I'm like a little bit aroused I really like that because it's the it's the first time that I see this kind of street magic. Like they're my friends, so I know what they're doing. When I was watching street magic in the past, I saw, oh, this guy's been doing this for 10 years. Okay, I like it, but how impossible, you know? But now, oh, they do this, they do that, and I found this is the way to hack the system. It's magic. It's a good market. It's good when if you find your way, you can find. Maybe it's easier than other markets, artistic markets. But this is so powerful. You can be out of the world. You can be free. I don't know. You asked me the last thing I learned. I didn't learn it yet, but I want to.
Do you have any project on the future that is exciting you?
Yeah. Now I'm trying to write two things. I'm trying to write a musical for 2 actors.
Wow.
Only two. But I want to become more director and creator than, I know I'm better at acting, but I want to develop that part also because I don't want to be my whole life doing maybe I don't want to do it anymore to act, but the ideas. The thing is, when you're a magician or a comedian and you go with your character, people don't think about the ideas. They think about, oh, this guy is nice or this guy is funny, or they don't think that, well, they know they're not stupid, but they don't think about that it's developed, it's written, it's thought of, because you do it. That you're the guy, so you just do it. I want to maybe try, I don't know, to put myself out of the diagram, so the ideas show. I want that people think that my ideas are so good, not only me. For now, they think it's me. Oh, this very nice guy, very funny, and very good with the people. But no, there's a lot of ideas there. So I want to develop that and isolate these ideas. And I don't know, but I will do, of course, I'll always be acting and doing my show. And the next show, the next ventriloquist is going to be more violent. And I hope brutally honest, because I've never been brutally honest yet. And this is going to be brutally a bit discomfort. But also I will try to connect with people. I think a lot of people will feel the same. I think I want to talk all about these things we are talking now, about why I've been doing a show my whole life. Why? What happens to you?
Yeah.
I want to talk about that. And I think everyone will be, even people, the artistic world, and even the muggles, I think will understand that there's a social mask that we use every time. And sometimes we want to relax and take that out. And maybe just being aware of that we are performing a bit more, so we can be a little bit more free. I don't know, but I want to be more honest, because I want to take out this melancholy of the magic shows and the beautiful things, the circus, the flea circus. Ooh. Take that out and a little bit more there. Really there. That's my goal. I need time. It's not for a few months from now. It's going to be, I don't know. But I'm doing these two things, this musical for 2 actors and this show about myself, showing myself in a new way.
Jaime, do you have any secret that you can share on performing without a mask?
For the people,
Yeah.
you mean? It's not about performing without a mask. It's about willing to do it. If you need it, it's okay to have the mask. What I mean is not, I'm not saying that the mask is bad and we have to really be ourselves. No, 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 no. It's just to know the mask is beautiful. The mask has given me my freedom. Out of the mask, maybe it's not the path like this, it's like this. But you go to the same place. Here, when you go with your artistic mask, you go here. And later, it becomes you. Or you become the mask or something. And it's part of you. It's not the whole you, but it's part. So we don't have to be afraid of that or making that mask something bad for you. It's not. It's a great help to meet, to guess who you are. So it's not bad. And now it goes back. Like in the drag world, drag queens, they develop this mask about this femininity, this possibility character. And it's a mask. But they give them something that they cannot do from their real character. So it becomes a truth. It becomes a real truth. A magician, it's another drag. Yeah. It's the drag of the knowledgeable man, the power man. It's okay. Why not? Beautiful. Let's use that. It's not so bad. It's a path. It depends on what you want to do. But it's interesting to know that these artistic things are beautiful masks. And if you want to take that out or my path now that it's going to try to find some more honesty for me, and maybe people don't see more honesty. It's just a way of doing it myself. There's no guilt. Let's try to take out the guilt. I was if that was what was understood, I erased everything. No. For me, the guilt, we have to take that out and playing. The mask is not a lie. The mask, it's a vehicle. And then, if you know more about yourself and you're thinking about this, you will find things that make you more happy. Oh, I like this from the mask. Maybe I will keep this from the mask. Maybe this from the mask I will like. Maybe. And we can, like creators of our own identity, we can go to happiness, I think. Or maybe near there. There's a beautiful thing watching a teenager doing magic and saying, oh, back in the Old West. You say, of course, he's not been in the Old West. But he's playing too. He's playing to be an adult. He's doing what he saw from the magician he likes. That's not true. That's very true. You can see he's willing. He's talking about himself out of taking what he likes that he doesn't think he has and bring it there. He's talking about it. And he's talking about his desire. That's true. It's just the way for me, it's interesting that to learn more and be more honest in my way. But I don't want to say that magicians are hiding. Maybe they're showing. I don't know. Depends on the magician.
What advice will you give to somebody that is starting or is on this struggle of finding himself through his art?
We are all our lives are looking ourselves in the art. I think that's for you. Don't find, maybe you find something that works for you, but it's always just enjoy. If you have the ability to enjoy what you do and to be obsession. I would the advice: obsess yourself absolutely with what you do. Like if it was like a sexual thing, I don't know, like desire, like going, oh, I like that, and I think that's the best thing you can do. That's what saved me from everything. To keep obsession, and not making a difference between life and art. Obsession, just be a crazy guy and be very amazed about what you want to do. I think that's the most difficult thing. I would love to say something that people can be thrilled to do. But in this kind of things, people are thrilled to do that, even if they do it very good or not very good, or they develop or not. They're so willing to develop, to do new things. So I would say that obsession is the best advice ever. And it's about now people talk about psychology a lot, and self-awareness and self-care. The most self-care thing I've done in my life was develop the acts, the comedy, the magic. That gave me everything, my freedom now. I can pay the bills out of that, and it works, and I can do new things. So out of my obsession, out of my way of saying, hi, love me, I feel loved. So obsess yourself and enjoy. Just if you have the luck to love something so much, then do.
Well, Jaime, this was amazing.
Oh,
I'm very grateful that you are here
I'm grateful too, Alejandro.
and that we talk about many things. And
Yeah.
I know that people that are watching us will have something or everything to take from this conversation.
I hope, maybe not. I don't know.
And one last question.
Okay.
Jaime, what magician would you like me to interview here so you can enjoy listening the conversation?
Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez?
Say,
Okay, I will try.
yeah. And you have in here we have the best magicians in the world.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Hector Mancha.
Okay. We will do it. Now, Jaime, I let the cameras to you so you can say whatever you want, whatever you feel, and to finish this episode.
My friends, life is short. Enjoy it.
What are you talking about?
I love you.
Really?
Yeah, I love you.
Oh.
Enjoy.
So, what do you think? Drop a comment and tell me your favorite moment or idea from this episode. A like helps a lot, and sharing this with another magician keeps the community growing. See you on the next 15th.